Rosa from Uruguay. If we just have a few minutes, but you are coming up. There you are.
There, all the way from Uruguay. Wonderful.
Welcome.
Hola.
Thank you both, Soren and Jon, for your generosity. Well, Jon, you were talking about that pandemic is causing anxiety, fear, panic, and that we must treat ourselves with compassion and kindness. But maybe many of us are used to cope with these feelings in harmful ways, maybe smoking, eating, having alcohol, wine, beer, or having drugs. Maybe these ways may end in a problem later, right?
Yep.
Yes. So
it can be.
Sorry?
Yeah, it can be.
Well, and for example, I quit smoking last 22nd of February. Yeah.
Good for you.
I'm having beautiful times now.
Yeah, and your lungs will thank you for it for the rest of your life.
Yeah, yes, surely. I'm quite dealing with my mind, like I need a cigarette. No, you don't. Yes, you do. No, you don't. And all kinds like that. But how can we, when we are used to go to harmful ways to cope with anxiety, how can we change these ways into, how can mindfulness help us to change them to heartful and kindful ways?
Okay. Wonderful question. Thank you for asking it. And congratulations for having stopped smoking. So just because you stop smoking doesn't mean that you don't have the desire to smoke.
Yeah.
Okay. And the same with alcohol or anything else, but let's just stay with smoking. Okay. In part because when we smoke, we're actually breathing in. Okay. So I've seen this in hundreds, if not thousands of people over the years, that when you actually bring mindfulness to actually breathing in the cigarette smoke, it actually doesn't feel good.
No.
When you're really paying attention, it doesn't feel good in your lungs. It's like, you know, it's not a good thing, but we get habituated to it because it relaxes us in some way. So I've seen thousands of smokers actually smoke mindfully, and then they give it up because what they're really doing is inhaling. So when you pay attention, now you've already stopped, so you don't need to go back to cigarettes. But when you pay attention to the breathing.
I must confess, I did it that way.
Yeah, good. Oh, wonderful.
The first cigarette I smoked mindfully was my last cigarette.
Well, there you have it. I mean, that's like the testimony. So, yes. So just now, all you need to do is remember that every time you want a cigarette, take a mindful breath. Yeah. And you'll remember. It's one of the meanings of the word sati, or mindfulness in the Pali language. You'll remember what's most important. And on the out breath, it will kind of like reinforce that remembering. And then you have the next in breath, and the desire will be gone. See, the desire is what torpedoes us. We get a desire and then we go for it. We have fear and we want to get rid of the fear. So we have a desire, then we go for the fix. And it doesn't matter with smoking or drinking or sex or anything else. And when we are grasping, that is the root cause of suffering. So as soon as you see the grasping, and then the seeing is the liberating of the grasping. Of course, you have to exercise the muscle. It's not easy. I'm not saying this is easy.
Yes.
But you've already done it, you know, so.
Yes, I did. But now, once I say, well, no, I don't need a cigarette. What I need is a cake.
Cake, right. Well, it's always one thing or another. So cut yourself a little slack, have a little cake, and now notice how quickly a little cake can turn into the whole cake. And even if you eat the whole cake, that's okay. You probably won't do that 2 times. Okay, because you'll learn something from having eaten the whole cake. So because when you're mindful, everything becomes your mindfulness teacher, including eating a piece of cake or the whole cake, even you know. So we're gradually shifting our default mode from always looking for something else to fulfill us, to make us feel complete, to actually recognizing you're already complete. You don't need anything else as long as you can breathe this breath. And then you're already whole. And then gradually you learn to need less crutches to get through the stressful moments. But this becomes like your greatest ally, your breath, your mind, your heart, your meditation practice, and then your love for everything and everybody that you love. And when the meditation practice and the love converge, then you're already free.
And compassion, right? Self-compassion.
Thanks for asking.